Hello everybody, it is Christine and it is day 28 of our Christmas challenge for Counterfeit Kit. And today's challenge, I'm going to have to do without a photo because it is for basically wrapping up the holiday. And the prompt was basically about, what do you do to kind of wrap up your holiday? And one of the questions was, what day do you take your tree down? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use that as kind of my concept. Now, that being said, I don't typically take a picture of that. So at the very moment, I do not have a picture. But my plan is when we go to take it down this year, which will actually probably be a tad later than normal because we are having to essentially reschedule Christmas. My daughter is not here. So we're going to end up doing Christmas basically New Year's Eve. So we would normally take the Christmas tree down this coming weekend after Christmas. But since we're not doing Christmas till a couple days later, we're going to wait. So, but that being said, I'm going to document that we basically take our tree down. My husband's very particular, y'all. He doesn't want the tree to go up until the day after Thanksgiving, and then he likes the tree to come down basically the weekend after Christmas. So that's kind of my story, I guess, that I'm going to be documenting. So what I have is I have the last of this. I've used this on a couple of layouts this month. It's like the last of an old Counterfeit kit, and I kind of have these colors going on, and I think this will be good. I pulled out a couple of inks here. It's appropriately enough Festive Berries and Evergreen Bow or Bow, however you say that. So I've gone ahead and swatched them on this little piece of white cardstock, or it's not thin. I don't know. This is real thin. I'm not even call that cardstock. It's probably from actually a page protracted out of an album. So I have this piece of cardstock, and my thinking is, I don't have much of this left. Let me see. Can I tear this without messing it up? I want to kind of come this away. I kind of do like this tree border strip here, so I may leave that because it is about taking down the tree. And I think I can tear this. I kind of like that. It's kind of pointing, right? I might need these. We'll see. And then my thinking was on this, I think I'll come out. And then I think I'm going to, I've got to figure out my mixed media though. I want it to kind of come out from behind here, so I may end up trimming that. Let me see. What if I come all the way here and then just glue it on top? I'm not trying to hold on to this stuff. If I'm honest, I kind of like that little border there. Not sure though. Like that. Yeah, that kind of finishes off the edge of that page there. And then my thinking was I have this new stencil from Some Assemblage Required. This came in my Advent. And I thought this could be pretty. If I kind of organically make this work, I hope I can. Or maybe I come over from here. Well, I kind of want to use this as my photo mat. Let's see. I need to do, I'm probably going to take, let's say we do 2 photos. Let me just see. Oh, that's kind of messed up on that side. Let's see. I need 3 1/4 because I'm gonna print these at 3 by 4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That'll give me a nice little border. Probably a thicker border really than I need, but that's okay. So if I do that, that'll be my photos. Yeah, we could do it like this. But then I may wish to have a, what if I come over? This is going to be kind of a, I use the word standard, but kind of a traditional format. That's a good strap. Let's hang on to that strap. I shouldn't even do paper conservation at this point, but that's a good strap, y'all. All right, so if I'm doing this, let's come down our green. And then I'm gonna have, yeah, actually I could put my title on there. And then now I can come out with my mixed media. And I may do the plaid in one color and then maybe sprinkle the other. I don't know. All right, let me do this. this is where I'm going to be starting. So let me put my mixed media down. So I'm going to stop the camera so I can speed it up so you don't have to listen to me natter. So let me do that and I'll get back on. All right, guys, I have got I basically shut off the camera and then just restarted because this editing tool here, well, I guess I could have split it, but anyways, I just sped up the camera here. So I've got my little papers. I moved them off to the side. I'm going to use this evergreen bow. I don't know how to say that. Evergreen bow. I feel like if you go like on Wikipedia or dictionary or something, you could probably pronounce it either way. Anyways, I'm going to use that color to create this kind of organic shape, and I actually really love how this turned out. Sometimes I mess up and I'm making a little too square, but this was organic enough. I enjoyed this. So I'm going to do the green at the bottom. Now, the thing I don't enjoy is I decide on the red, or the festive berry, I should say. I'm going to decide to sprinkle that. So you're going to see me in just a second. I keep a little cup on my cart next to my table here that has typically a little bit of water in it. And there was a little bit of water, but you'll notice in a second. I'm going to try to use it with my ink, and it's not quite enough water. So I've got these guys here. I'm going to go ahead and adhere all of this except for the photo block, the big photo block. I'm going to adhere all the other pieces down because I'm going to sprinkle the red all over. So I'm just going to use my ATG and glue this down. I will tell you well, I'm not going to tell you just yet. You'll see it in just a second. So I was going to talk about the title, but I'll wait till I get there. So yeah, as I was just telling you, my husband's very particular. He takes real offense to the fact that stores and stuff seem to almost ignore Thanksgiving. Like he's like, why do we not do Thanksgiving? You know, they start decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving. Now, I will say this year, to me, I kind of got it because the gap between Thanksgiving and Christmas was really small because Thanksgiving was like November 28th, I think it was. It was either 27th or 28th. And obviously Christmas is the 25th. That is less than a month. And some years we get, 5 weeks or something, it seems like. And honestly, I love putting my decorations up. And you guys have seen some pictures if you've paid any attention. And it takes me hours. I mean, it really does. It takes me hours. And I love how they look. But at the same time, it's like, well, shoot, if I'm only going to have it up 3 weeks, that's kind of a lot of effort. So it hurts my feelings a little bit. By the same token, I mean, I get it. Because he doesn't like it to be up. We always kind of have done traditionally put our decorations up the day after Thanksgiving and then take them down, like I said, the weekend after Christmas. And he does the weekend after Christmas because 9 times out of 10, we're having to go back to work pretty close to that, like within that next few days. This year we don't. We actually have the whole week off after, which is nice, which is another reason we're probably going to wait. But normally we're having to go back to work, and we don't want to try to do that, y'all, while we're working. It's just too much. So, yeah. That is his reasoning, and I don't really hate it. I'm in agreement with that. So here this is what I started to tell you about a minute ago. So the title, I'm going to do Taking Down Our Christmas Tree, and I did Taking Down with this gray font, and I will tell you it's a little hard to see on camera because the stripes are, I don't know, it's really strange how the camera will capture that, but then in real life when you look at it, it's not so bad. But I will tell you the gray isn't exactly, it doesn't pop. On the other hand, I kind of did the gray because taking down is, I hate to use the word sad, but it's kind of sad. I always feel a little, depressed is too strong a word, just a little melancholy. Maybe that's the right word, melancholy when I take Christmas down. It's like the ending of a season, and I don't know, it just makes me a little melancholy. I love Christmas. I love the decor, and it just makes me a little sad when I take it down. So that's why I did the gray letters. But our Christmas tree turns out really cute. That pops pretty good on the stripes. Even though on camera, I will say it's a little tricky. Those are some bold stripes. I will end up using my Nuvo glue, by the way, to glue these letters down permanently. They stick okay, but they're not going to stick forever. So I'll do that off camera, though, after I get everything put down. But I do the title first. My initial thought, by the way, too, I think I mentioned this, was to have 2 photos, and I actually changed my mind, and you'll see at the very end what I end up doing. These little ornaments look kind of cute. I'm going to put these down, and I will also at the end use a white gel pen to draw a little line that makes it look kind of like a little string. So I'm going to mess with these just a tad. For some reason, I couldn't get them straight, y'all. I could not get the little ornament to hang up and down perfectly straight. So that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Of course, it's handmade, right? But I will use a white gel pen to draw lines. I find, what is that one? That says Traditions, and that's going to go down there somewhere. I stick it there initially. That's not how that stays. I decided to get into the ephemera, and there's some really cute stuff in here. I I find a little car with the tree on top, which makes kind of sense, you know, because we're taking the tree down. And then I find, what do I find? This right here, this thing that says, I'm only a morning person on December 25th. I really tried to use that. I moved that around quite a bit. I don't actually end up using it, y'all. These little trees right here look perfect because, of course, it's, again, about the, taking the trees down. And I say that, really, I've got an entire house full of decorations that I have to put away. But it just seemed easier to say, I'll take a picture like halfway through taking the tree down or something like that to put on here to kind of document it. So, I start off with that card to the far right, and I'll find some houses in a second. Oh, this is really cute, too. It's a little tree branch with some stockings hanging on it. That fit that gap really nicely. Let's see what else I go finding. I'll find a little banner. This is Let the Countdown Begin. That goes up there. And then on the right side, I'm gonna find some little wordy bits kind of all over the place, if I'm honest. Oh, I start off with those houses over there, and I decide, no, I don't like those over there. And then I put them to the left of the car, and then I go, no, it looks better to the right of the car. So that's how that's going to end up. And I'll put traditions on the car. I'll end up popping the car up on foam. I'll end up popping up that little phrase up there, Let the Countdown Begin. That's going to go up on foam. And the little Christmas tree branch with the stockings, that's going to go up on foam. I'll find another couple of little words in the second that goes up about next to tree. I like these little stockings here. I tried, like I said, that little square, but that's just too big. So I do find this little banner that says So Much to Do, and that seemed perfect also because, again, taking it down and putting it away will also take me a couple of hours at least, several hours to put away. I get onto this I don't know what those are technically. They're not enamel, but they're like rubbery kind of stuff, and I find the word memories, and I thought, okay, that looks pretty good. I'll actually end up pulling out a little holly branch in a second and putting that on the page too, but I don't know if I do that right now or if I do that in a minute. I may do it right now. Maybe not. I'll find a little banner that says Jingle All the Way. That just seemed, I don't know, seemed appropriate to me because, we're working and putting things away. There's my little holly branch. It's going to go right there. And, yeah, I still got to find Jingle All the Way. I got to find that. And is there anything else? I don't put any enamel dots or anything. I just figured, I'm trying those circles was what I'm looking at to see if I want to put a circle next to the trees, and I decide against it. There's my Jingle All the Way. I guess I forgot to show that to you, putting it on there. Here's me finishing up these little lines for the ornaments. And then I'm going to actually decide, this is where I've decided, you know what? Actually, I'm going to make that left-hand side a journaling card. So I'm going to use my gel pen here, and I'm just in my ruler, and I'll draw some lines on it. I'm hopeful that I can usually plan it out. I usually write my little, if I'm going to journal, write on something that cannot come up, I'll actually plan it aside on a piece of paper and then rewrite it. And there we go, you guys. That's going to be my layout. I'll take a picture of my tree and the tree boxes and stuff like that, kind of in disarray most likely. And I'll post that on this little layout here, and I will be done. I'll write my story. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you've been checking out the Facebook group. That's where everybody's putting all their pages for the challenges. All the forgers have been contributing. I've done 4 this month, so I should have 4 challenges up there. Thank you guys again. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we will see you. I'm actually the host of Master Forger for January, too, so I'll see you guys in January. Bye.